Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel after Computex 2023, and well, basically not all of the vlogs and booths have been covered yet, but we'll get to that point. But why am I mentioning Computex 2023 in a HYTE video? Well, I visited their booth and seen some quite incredible things that are coming your way, guys. And hopefully they will be reviewed on the channel. So today let's start with the first thing that you already seen in a couple of other videos and everything else. We have the HYTE CNVS Intense Play Mat. And this is quite interesting because it's not your regular RGB mousepad. This is definitely something different, which brings some intensity and immersive qRGB on the table with immersive lights. And it's not only because of the different RGB aspects and the RGB lights and how they shine and all the other stuff. It's how they designed this mousepad. Basically what HYTE did with this playmat, because they did call it like so we're going to stick to playmat, they actually created something a bit different in terms of the design thickness, the way the RGB shines and how it transfers the light to your table, which is outstanding of course. And it's backed up with their software, the HYTE Nexus, which brings us to completely different aspect and the view of, let's say, a new approach while trying to reorganize your RGB lights in your system, in your setup, and everything around your setup. So quite interesting, I do have to say. But today we're going to talk about CNVS, basically the CNVS Intense Playmat from HYTE, and let's check it out. So guys, what we got right here is quite heavy mousepad, playmat. It's really thick, I do have to say. And if you're used to something thinner, you'll have to get either used to this one or you just won't be suitable for you. But it's all up to personal preferences. I won't go into that. I just need to state the facts, which are obvious, right? But it's heavy, it's really heavy. In terms of comparing it to other mouse mats that are in this size, this one is much heavier, and I'll tell you why. So, first of all, the weight is 1.4 kilos, which is wow. The dimensions 900 times 370 times 5.5 millimeter of thickness. Surface material is soft polyester. We have base material, which is polyurethane rubber. And we have the controller right here in the left top part, which is nicely blended in with the whole RGB line going through around the mousepad. 50 pixel qRGB array. So we have the quick start guide, which basically it's quite easy. There's nothing too much to discuss here. You either connect the USB Type-C cable, which is both sides. So you use one side here, connected here at the back, and the other one goes to your PC. Or unless you don't have a USB Type-C connection on your PC, then you use this extender, which also has these protective rubber caps for connection, and you just use double USB Type-A cables. One is for power and one is for lightning. So the play mat is outstanding when we're talking about the surface. So we have a polyester top surface, which brings me to the point of a mouse movement. So we have here with PTFE, this is G303 shroud. Let's see. Yeah. Much better movements than on mine, which is quite surprisingly. Quite surprised, to be honest. As you can see, it can really easily move around, and that's outstanding because the polyester apparently does the job quite nicely. It's water repellent. I don't know at what grade. You know, I already tested that Fnatic one, which was 10 out of 10, and I've shown you how it actually works. Right here, I don't think it would be 10 out of 10. I think sprinkles and all the other stuff that accidentally drop on could be nicely removed and cleaned out, but that's it. You can easily clean it off with your hand or just use a nice cloth to wipe it off. Next in line is the rubber base, which has those hexagons at the bottom and should keep the, and is keeping it quite stable on the surface, which is really good. And basically, yeah, that's what it's most important when we're talking about mousepad, to be fixated on your table while using it. The size is quite alright, without a doubt. So I think it's time to connect this baby and to check it out. So regarding the lights, as you can see, it's quite, let's put it this way. We have a thicker mousepad. At the top we have the polyester surface, at the bottom we have the rubber surface. But in the middle we have some sort of a line that spreads out the RGB even further on your mousepad, on your table, than your regular RGB. The regular RGB mousepad just lights up the top part and goes all around, and that's all there is to it. This canvas intense playmat extends the RGB to your table by at least, let's see, at least 2 centimeters. And this is with softboxes on. Let's put it this way, if I put my hands like this, yeah, 2 centimeters. So you get some sort of a immersion, or more, I would say more RGB on your table. But what they created with Nexus is that you can control the RGB and adjust it to, for instance, I don't know, you're watching some movies and you want your nanolives and all the other stuff that you have in your system and in your setup to somehow extend that feeling of the movie. For instance, I don't know, you're watching some action movie and everything explodes, everything goes red, yellow, or I don't know, explosion stuff. The colors transfer to your playmat, to your nanolives, to everything in your setup. And if you play a game, imagine what happens. It also extends. So for instance, you get a headshot, it goes red completely, and similar stuff like that. So it kind of extends the experience of a game, of a movie, or anything similar to that. It can follow the music as well and give you some additional effects while listening to music, similar stuff, which is outstanding, I would say. The only thing that I have to say when we're talking about the playmat is that the edges, since it's a bit stiffer and a thicker mousepad, the edges do have waves. So what I would suggest is definitely trying to bend it backwards just to get it lined up, or eventually each night for a couple of days play something really heavy to be able to flatten it down. I managed to, just by doing this right now, I managed to flatten it a bit. So it's not that hard and it's not a big problem, but just to point out, you do need to flatten it out and you'll get a very nice flat surface and a quite nice black finish, I would say. As for the movements, as I said, the polyester is a bit different material than we're used to, so it kind of does run really smoothly with the PTFE feet on the mouse, and I have to agree, I have to admit that this is quite nice surface without a doubt. The only thing I would suggest, don't do this quickly with your fingers because you will cut yourself without a doubt. I don't think I did, but just in case, it's not that sharp, but if you move your fingers quite fast next to it, yeah, you'll most likely do it. So be very careful when we're talking about that. That's all for today, guys. Hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the mousepad, the intense playmat actually. From HYTE, this was Canvas. I'll put the link in the description below so you can check out the price and everything that you need to know. And I'll put the link for their HYTE Nexus software, which is of course free and you can download it at any time as you wish and control your RGBs. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and hit the notification bell for future content coming quite soon. Thank you. See you very soon. Bye bye.